Hey you guys, Beth Petal here, and today we are just going to do a little haul with some first impressions because I do have some of the items on my face. So for Black Friday, I ordered some things from e.l.f. Let me grab my packing list. On Black Friday, I ordered all of this. So there are a whole lot of items here, and I got everything 50% off. So my grand total altogether, I think, was $35 to $40. I don't know, but I'll show you everything that I got. Like I said, some of it I have on, some of it I don't. So if I have it on, I'll tell you how I feel about it as far as my first impression goes. So let's just jump into this. First and foremost, the lip is not from e.l.f. This is actually one of the Sephora cream stains in the color Peach Tart. I just wanted to get that out of the way now so I don't forget, since it's not something that I'm going to talk about. The first thing that I put on my face today is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation with salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree, and aloe. So I got two colors because I couldn't figure out what color I was going to be by the online swatches, and I looked through a bunch of different swatches on blogs and in videos, and I was like, I literally don't know which one I'm going to be because I am a fair neutral. So I got Ivory and Porcelain, and I will definitely say I think I'm a Porcelain. Right now I have them on mixed together and I feel very pink. It's not like noticeable where someone's going to be like, oh my god, your foundation, but I can tell. So I think I'm going to switch to just wearing Porcelain for now. Maybe Porcelain, maybe it's, yeah, Porcelain, and then Ivory is just a little too pink for me. Or I could mix them together because they don't look that bad together though. So to me, I feel super pink, but nobody else is gonna notice it. So far, I do really like this. This is the second time I've worn the foundation. It did not break me out the first time I wore it, so we're gonna wear it again today and see how it goes. I've been wearing this when I stream live on Twitch, and it looks really good on camera. So far I'm really happy with it. The only thing I didn't like about it is I think it has talc in it, but talc is pretty low in the list, I think. With all the good stuff that's in it, the salicylic acid, the witch hazel, the camphor, the tea tree, and the aloe, I'm hoping that this could become my new like cheap holy grail foundation. Nothing's going to replace my Cover FX or my Kat Von D, but I would like to have something cheap for everyday wear. So fingers crossed, so far so good. On top of that, I use the e.l.f. HD powder in Shimmer. I do have the regular HD powder, as you guys saw in my dupe battle. I'll make sure I link to that in the down bar below. But this one, and I don't want to put a bunch in the cap, but this one has a slightly, I don't want to call it pink, a slightly flesh tone and a little bit of shimmer. So I got this one because I'm going to dupe battle it with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder in Light. So far, I am pretty happy with the e.l.f. one. We'll see how it does long term because I'm pretty sure it does have talc in it, and talc and my skin do not always play together, but I am excited to try it and see if it can be like a cheaper alternative. Again, not a replacement, but just something cheaper to use for everyday wear. On top of that, I used a little bit of the e.l.f. Mineral Pearls. These are the skin balancing ones. These to me look exactly like the Yves Saint Laurent pearls. I'm sure they're not exactly the same, or not Yves Saint Laurent, I'm sorry, the Guerlain Meteorites. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure they're not the same as far as their actual ingredient composition, namely because as soon as I look at them, they don't look like the meteorites. The meteorites have more of a translucent glow to them than these look more just like a pressed powder in a ball. But I'm gonna experiment with it and see how it goes. Today when I put it on, I didn't really see a huge difference where I put it on, but I do feel like it made that area slightly brighter. So that is the next thing that I put on. Actually, that's not true. I skipped a step. Today I put on the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and I have it in the shade Fair. And I will start by saying I'm a little disappointed by how light the Fair is. I definitely wish this was slightly lighter because I am very fair, as you can tell by the fact that mixing Ivory and Porcelain are a little too pinky and dark for me. And like in general, I wear Cover FX Neutral 20. MAC, the closest they found to me was like a C2 or an NC15. So just in general, I'm very fair, and this does not brighten the under eye area for me. This is pretty much a spot on match, which is fine. I don't always need to be super highlighted, but I do like this overall. I just wish that this had more of the color of this. So this one is the HD one. Like I said, I have it below my eyes. I like the texture a lot. I just wish it were slightly lighter. If you are really, really fair, like I usually wear NARS Siberia, this is not going to brighten the under eye. This is no Chantilly from NARS, so that's a bummer. This is really close to Chantilly though, but I would not put this below my eyes. This is the e.l.f. Zit Zapping Concealer. Now I don't have this one on today, but I have worn this. And I think this is discontinued. They only had a couple of shades. This is fair, and this is insanely light. I can put this on a blemish. It's really, really thick. It's kind of a dry texture, so it's kind of gooey. You put it on the blemish, it really helps cover it up, and then it has treatment in it as well. I think it has salicylic and witch hazel, I think. I can check the package, hold on. I kept all of the packages from this stuff because e.l.f. is notorious for not putting like weights and things like that on their website. This does have a 1% salicylic acid, as well as it has tea tree leaf oil and camphor. I don't see witch hazel though. This does a really, really good job of just concealing on blemishes, and this shade is fair, and this shade is actually too light for my skin. So I was very, very happy with that because this would be good for underneath of my makeup, but not on top of it. And like I said, this color would be fantastic for highlighting under the eyes, but unfortunately it is packed full of things that I would not put below my eyes, which is a good thing. It's for blemishes. So 3 items that I haven't even opened yet. They are things that I got. 2 of them are for Dupe battles. The other one I haven't opened because it's just going to be too dark for me. The e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. I got this to do a dupe battle with Benefit's High Beam. Now I have had this in the past, and I definitely agree that it looks a lot like High Beam, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks a lot darker. So I'm gonna have to do that side by side and do an actual dupe battle with it and see how that goes. I got the e.l.f. blending brush because the e.l.f. blending brush looks an awful lot like the Sephora Pro 53, which is the full coverage airbrush brush. So got that to do a dupe battle. Looking at them side by side, the first thing I noticed is it seems like the Sephora one is a little bit fuller, and it looks like, as far as the ferrule is cut, it looks a little bit better, like higher quality, but that's for a dupe battle for another day. Then I did get the e.l.f. Perfect Blend Concealer in Ivory. This is gonna be too dark. I'm not even gonna bother to open this because looking at this, I can tell this is too dark for me. I did get the e.l.f., what are they calling this? The Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. I would not use this as an eyeliner. I guess I could in a pinch, but I do have this on my brows today. It reminds me a lot of Dip Brow. I am going to do a side-by-side dupe battle of this, but I have it on today. Now, obviously, my hair is red right now and my brows are still brown. I usually fill them with red now, but for today and during dupe battles purposes, they will be brown. I get the color light brown, which I feel like is actually a very, very good match for my natural hair color. A couple of complexion sculpting products here. I did get the e.l.f. Contour palette, and I do have this on today. I have on all 4 shades. I have the deepest contour color back here, the lighter contour color overall. Then I have the yellow powder on the top of the cheek, with the more shimmery powder right here, because like I said, that concealer did not brighten up the under eye area enough, so I put some of that brighter shade on there and then realized it was a little shimmery, not shimmery, a little reflective, a little metallic. So it was a little brighter than I was expecting, but it's okay. I look like I'm glowy. Then I did also get the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. I have played with this a little bit. I'm not crazy about the contour shade in this, but the blush color is pretty. It ends up coming off as a really pretty coral. I do have this blush on today, so I'm actually liking the blush. I was a little on the fence about it, but it's kind of pretty and warm and I like it. I also got Giddy Gold in the Studio Blush line. I gotta play with this color more. I think it might end up just being too orange on me, which I will probably end up giving to my niece because it'll look beautiful on her skin tone. Last but not least, I actually have this on my eyeballs today. This is the Mad for Matte palette. So far, I am incredibly happy with this palette. I don't even have an eyeshadow primer on, and I use this today, and I feel like it looks really, really good. The color range is just really pretty. Warms and cools in there, all neutrals, all matte. Very, very happy with this palette so far. I wouldn't put it on par with like Urban Decay or Makeup Forever or anything like that, but it works really, really well for a $10 palette. So that is everything I got in my e.l.f. haul. Hopefully that was a little bit helpful if you have been on the fence on buying any of these items. There will be a deeper review on several of these items because they're for dupe battles, and if you would like to see any tutorials specifically for these items, let me know. I will definitely be reviewing the foundation in the future because I'm always on the search for a cheap holy grail foundation for acne prone skin. So I hope this helps, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.